Look at the knife he got caught with. That's a sharp knife. He could easily kill somebody with that. You can cut somebody's throat with it. You can stab somebody easily. That knife is penetrating. You ain't gonna miss. You gonna penetrate that knife, and it's long enough to hit the artery and really take somebody out. Look at the size of the knife. He was getting ready to hurt somebody, man. They may be getting bullied in school, man. They got a bully. They got to have a bully. They got to have a bully to have that much fear to take a knife to school, to take a weapon to school. That means they in fear. It ain't got nothing to do with a mental issue. These kids are in fear, man. They in fear of the bully that's bullying them. That's why they took the knife to school, man. That's why they're making threats and all this shit. They being bullied. And the racist comments. Look at some of the racist comments. People have no sympathy, man. Look at them. People have no sympathy, man. These kind of people are not going to react emotionally to any situation until it's one of their kids. Once it's one of their kids, and the racism and negative comments start pouring their way, that's when they're going to have emotional reality to the situation. Now they're emotional, but when it's not their kids, they're making these weird ass comments on the post, making these bigotry comments. And then you can see, if you go back and look at the post, everybody is regurgitating the same comments, man. Learn behavior. Oh, he ghetto. Product of his environment. All these racist comments that they're making. Look at them. See for yourself the racist comments that these people made. And instead of them sending out prayers or, you know what I'm saying, commenting without negativity, without being triggered, without being negative, commenting without pointing the finger, spitting venom, showing your hatred, commenting without that. They rather comment on that. But when it's one of their kids, they're not going to act like that. I can guarantee you. The whole attitude, the whole emotions, everything is going to change. I don't know what they feed these kids. I don't know why they doing what they doing. Besides, only thing I can come up with is them being bullied by somebody. Somebody in the school is fucking with them, bullying them, pushing them around to where they feel safe if they have a weapon on them. They gotta take a weapon to school to feel safe. So if this dude be a bully, he might get stabbed the next day. Or he might get shot the next day. And then people say it's too late. It's not too late, man. It's not too late for no. It's never too late for anybody to change. I'm living proof of that. I'm living proof of that, man. It's never too late to change. Because I used to be in the streets heavy. When I lived in Florida, I was in the streets heavy, selling drugs, all that shit. Riding around with the drugs, all that shit. I was in the streets heavy, man. Look at me now, 4 or 5 years later. I done moved out of Florida. I live in a whole different state now. I'm working. I got a house on the lake, lakefront house, two-story lakefront, two-story house. I got a full-time job, making good money. I'm taking care of the family. You can change, man. You are never too old not to change. Don't ever think that. So these kids, so these kids can change. If they get the right treatment, they can change. And you may have to let them experience. Some people you gotta push them in the corner and let them speak for themselves. Some people think shit gonna stink to you, rub their nose in it. Some people you gotta let them see for themselves. Let them see all the fights that go on and what can happen to you in the middle of the night. Let them see that. Let them experience that, and maybe that may help them. So Scare Straight does work. It does work, man, and that's probably what they need. They need to be scared straight. Some of them it might work, some of them it may not. It may be too late to save them. It may be too late. You know what I mean? You never know, but they're not too old, or they're not too young or too old to change. Now, before you grow up, they ain't too old, they ain't too young. You just need, they just need the right guidance. That's it. They just need the right guidance, man. They just need somebody there that's gonna penetrate. Every time you're wrong, they're gonna penetrate. That's what they need. They need a little help. They don't need to be thrown in jail. That's not gonna work. That's not gonna work because there's other people, that's just like them. And once they get around other people that's just like them, they're not gonna change. They just gonna they just gonna learn more. Like they say, jail and prison, that is the streets university. You go to jail and prison to learn how to be a better criminal from other people. Even though other people got caught, you got caught, other people got caught, there's still a lot you can learn from people that got caught. Jail and prison is the streets university, man. You can go to jail, learn how to be a criminal. You can go to prison and learn how to be a criminal. You got time. You got time. You're not on the drugs. You got time. You're not running the streets. You're not chasing females. You're not doing none of that in jail or prison. All you got is time. Work out, play cards, read. I don't know what you're gonna go to a law library. It's a lot of shit that you can do in jail or in prison. And it's a lot of people in jail and prison that know a lot. So take my word, man. Jail and prison is just the streets university. It's where you go to learn how to be a better you at, a better criminal at. And some people it take longer for them to catch on. I had to go to prison 3 times in order for me to learn my lesson. It took 3 times, bro. It took 3 times for me to learn my lesson. I finally learned my lesson after the third time. After I done gave these motherfuckers so many years of my life, I finally learned my lesson, bro. So some people it just take longer, man. Even if you put them in there, they still gonna come out and do the same thing that they was doing before they got locked up. Especially if that's all you know, and you didn't go in there and learn shit. Because a lot of people go in there and get caught up in them games and caught up in just bullshit. And you get caught up in that shit and you don't learn nothing while you in there. You don't read no books. You don't elevate your mind in no type of way. You don't boost your frequency, boost your energy in no type of way. All you do is go in there and play cards, gamble, fight. That's it. And talk. And run with these weird ass gangs and shit. That's all you do in there. You don't learn shit. So people like that, sometimes it take them longer to learn. Just saying. And when I wasn't running with no gang and all that shit. I was reading books, playing chess, going to the law library and working out and running and doing yoga. That's what I was doing, dog. And every time I went, that's what I did. I really got into trouble. I really got into fights. Only time I ever got into fights is when I had to, when I ain't had no choice. Other than that, I was doing my best to avoid most situations. I was always reading and playing chess or working out or jogging or doing yoga. I was never into nothing that would put me in certain situations. So I pretty much knew how to. I'm pretty much smart when it comes to following the rules. And that's why I got out early because I followed the fucking rules. It ain't that hard. But some people it just take longer for them to catch on. Yeah. These kids, if you put them in jail, they may not learn shit while they're in there. They may not learn that because there's other people that just like them. They may not learn shit. Put them in rehab. They may not learn shit there either. They might, but they might not. And this shit is going on a lot in Florida. This shit is getting out of hand in Florida, man. It's so hot in Florida. I used to live in Florida. It's so fucking hot in Florida. It's like 100 degrees right now in Florida. Here where I'm at now, it's cold outside, man. Look at what I got on fucking long sleeves and shit. It's cold out there right now. And it's just getting colder and colder and colder. It's gonna start snowing, the lake gonna freeze up, and there's gonna be snow everywhere here in the next few weeks. So at least it's not hot year round like it is in Florida, man. That heat can mess with your mind. The heat can mess with your mind, man. You can't take in too much vitamin D from the sun, vitamin C, vitamin D, whatever you get from the sun. You can't take in too much of that shit, man. That shit fuck with your mind. And it's hot in Florida, man. So these kids are probably stressed out from the heat too. They making them go outside and play. It's high as 120 degrees outside. Why you got these kids outside playing? And it's 120 degrees outside. Why you got them outside playing in the first place? And then on top of that, they getting bullied. On top of that, the teachers. Don't let me get on the teachers. Don't let me start. Don't even let me get on them. They, when you go to school and pick your kid up, you don't know if you're looking at IG models or if you're looking at an actual teacher with values. They all dress like IG models, man. So it's hard enough for your kid to learn anything, man, because he too busy. He can't learn nothing because his teacher is dressed like an IG model and she got her ass coat out at the chalkboard. He ain't even looking at the chalkboard. He looking at ass. That's how bad it is, man. That's how bad it is, man. My advice, man, is I think you should take your kids out of school before something bad happens. Because it's just a matter of time before something bad pop off. And any innocent kid can get hurt. And that innocent kid may be your kid. So if I was in them shoes living in Florida, man, I would take my kids out the school system. Like ASAP. They'd be homeschooled ASAP. Because these kids are taking guns to school, they're taking knives to school, they're making threats, blowing the school up. Just a matter of time before somebody actually act. It's just a matter of time for one of them actually act on what they saying. Say what they say and then act on it the next day. It's just a matter of time before it happens. Because it's obvious that they can't control these kids in school. They can't control them, it's obvious. Why they ain't got metal detectors in school? They should have those in school. Any type of security measures that the school should take, they should take it. They should have no problems taking any type of security measures. If you got to get metal detectors and make them walk through that motherfucker every time they leave the classroom and come back, that's what you need to do to make sure everybody's safe, to make sure nothing bad happens, to make sure nobody's hurt or killed or even worse, massacre. They should take any kind of security measures that they can take legally. They should take them with no hesitation. And they won't do that. So that was me, my kid. I take my kid out of school ASAP, homeschool them. That way you ain't got to worry about them getting hurt in school. Because it's getting crazy, it's getting worse, and it's just a matter of time before somebody kid get hurt. So don't leave your kid in that situation, man. Take your kid out that situation, man, before it wind up being them. And you wind up in those shoes. You wind up having to change your emotion. Take take your kid out of school, man. That's the only thing you can do. That's the best thing you can do to avoid all that shit. Just take them out. Homeschool them. Put in the work, man. Homeschool them. Keep them safe. Anyway, man, I'm done with this situation, man. It's crazy, man. Yeah. I just hope these kids get the help that they need, and I hope that their families get the help that they need, and they get some type of counseling for parental control. You know what I mean? Be a little more observant of your kids. Pay attention to what they playing on these video games. Pay attention to what they doing on these cell phones. Pay attention to what they doing on these tablets and computers. Just you gotta pay attention to all that shit because you never know what your kid could be thinking. And if you're not close with your kid, and you definitely ain't gonna know. If you don't go through his shit before he go to school or before she go to school, you don't go through that shit, you ain't gonna know. So you're gonna have to go through it, man. Pull him if you're gonna leave him in school. Other than that, pull him out, man. That's my advice to you.